You know what the worst thing is about Battlefield 2042 at this moment in time? It's not the fact that it had a bad release. It's not the fact that it's got lack of content. It's not the fact that it's glitched, buggy, and not very good experience at the moment. The fact that they are not listening. We are talking about Ripple Effect. We are talking about Electronic Arts. We're talking about the team, the production, the developers. No one is listening to the community. And that's the worst thing you can do when we, the community, are asking for certain things to be put back in the game, things that we expect as a Battlefield game to be in the game, i.e. a scoreboard, i.e. the normal game modes that we used to play in, i.e. we don't want the specialists. Look, we know we're going to have to put up with them, but we don't want them. You know what? DICE and EA are just not listening. We were all excited for 128 players. It didn't work out as it should do. The maps are absolutely useless. There's too much open space. There's too much, areas and places for snipers to have a ball on Battlefield 2042. And for snipers, it's great. For 80% of the community who play Battlefield, it's just not great. You put 64 player modes back into the game as a limited time access. We wanted that back. You didn't listen. You said you were going to take it away from us. There's things that obviously you want to do. There's directions you want to go. But it's just not what Battlefield players, the Battlefield community want. You are not listening, and it's going to be the demise of the Battlefield franchise. Look, I'm a so-called veteran of the game. I've played it a long, long time. I've invested a lot of money into this game, and you are not giving me the Battlefield that I remember. Battlefield content creators are already jumped ship, or they have already jumped ship. They have moved over to Warzone. They have moved over to Call of Duty. They are playing different games. And now the mediocre, middle sort of tier Battlefield content creators are saying they're going to leave as well. I say go. Stop bleating. Just go. Because it's not going to get any better. Ripple Effect and EA are just not listening to the community. It's not going to get better for you. And when I go on Twitter and I hear these people bleating on, I've worked so hard to get my channel where it is, blah, 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 blah. Fuck off. Don't start bleating all over Twitter because it's not working for you now. You were, up DICE and EA's arse and some of the bigger content creators, and because it's not working for you now, you're saying you move on. I assure you, you will get no more subscribers than you are getting now for Battlefield 2042 if you move on. You have to concentrate on your own community. You have to ask them what they want. And if they still want Battlefield 2042, you're going to have to give it them. Don't just start jumping ship because things are not working out for you now. You're blaming Battlefield 2042. Yes, I know it's crap, but it's not the fault of the game. It's the fault of yourself for not being diverse, and because you've had maybe a couple of years of good subscriptions and people following you, and it's just not working now. You're blaming the game. It is crap, it is rubbish, but it's not the game's fault that you are not getting the subscribers or being able to get the content out the subscribers want. It's your fault. I've actually got one thought, and that thought is when Tom Henderson said that, DICE and EA want a hero shooter. Personally, I think that they might be wanting to kill the Battlefield franchise. But by way of saying, kill the franchise, I think they'll still call it Battlefield. But I think they honestly want to go in the direction of a hero shooter. Wouldn't work for me. Wouldn't work for, I'd say 90% of the Battlefield community. But I think that's the way they're going to go. Because in a hero shooter game, they can concentrate more on microtransactions. They can concentrate on you spending small amounts of money, but millions of you spending small amounts of money on silly things like cosmetics and attachments for in-game purchases. This is where I think they're going. I don't think they care about the community. I personally think that they are making games now that they really don't care about, because I think there will be a hero shooter next time on the Battlefield franchise, and I think it'll be free to play. But I think that's where they're going. They're going in a direction where they could release a free to play game so they can make their money on microtransactions. I actually don't really know why I'm thinking this. I mean, it's just an assumption I came to, but what I do know is that they are ruining the Battlefield franchise. People complained about Hardline. People complained about Battlefield 5, including myself. But you know what? They were better than this game. I had so much hype for this game. I had so much I was going to do with this game, and I was disappointed. Like I'd say, 99% of people out there, and people who are defending it, you're not going to be a game changer. You're not going to be a DICE friend because it's no longer there. You're not going to get in their good books. You're not going to be one of their featured content creators because they just don't give a shit. All they care about is if they can make money for this game. And that's why I think the next thing we'll see in the Battlefield franchise is a hero shooter. They'll put it out free to play and they'll make their money out of microtransactions. If you think I'm wrong, let me know in the comments below. If you think I'm right, or you've got any other thoughts about where the franchise is going, or where you think the franchise will be in the next iteration, let me know in the comments below. Anyway, don't forget to like, subscribe, press that bell icon and tick it so you get notifications of when we're uploading new videos. And this is Mr. Devlin, thinking that DICE and EA are killing the Battlefield franchise, and out.